Hello again. Although it may not look like it, a considerable amount of work has been done on the SEMA build this past week. We got the transaxle separated from the engine on that donor drivetrain we've been working on. I've got some footage of the engine team at the Labor Day car show, and also I'm going to share with you some of the items I picked up at that auction last weekend. Hope you enjoy it.
This door had a major crease in it, actually two of them. There was a lot of body filler and a lot of lead that was put into this door. And on this side of the door you can see it as well. The creases here where we've ground out all the lead. We're going to use a dent puller to pull those out. But it's taken a lot of work to get this ground out to get it fixed correctly. This gives you a better idea of how thick that lead was put on. So you can see the lip there. So again, we're going to get all this ground down and use a stinger to pull as much of the dent out as we can so we don't have as much filler.
We're using a stinger to install studs in the dent.
With the studs put in about an inch or so apart in the crease, we're using the dent puller to pull it out more flush. With the crease pulled out, we grind the studs off of the door. This is the second and much larger crease. Here we're using heat on the undercoating of the body to make it easier to scrape off. We're rolling the edge of the fender back a bit to get all of the rust out. With all the rust removed from the fender, we're going to glass bead the inner fender, lay in a couple of layers of fiberglass before we finish it off. The other side of the body looks really nice. We just need to scuff it with some sandpaper and then we'll undercoat it after we prime it.
Little 30 to 45 degree angle, the corner right there.
Still a couple of more smaller dents on the door that need to be taken care of. We're rolling the car back over to sand the bottom of it. Here he's grinding the fiberglass on the edges to get it more level to the fender. Once he finishes that one off to look like this, we'll put a thin layer of filler over it to finish it off. The torque converter bolts have already been removed, so now we're taking the perimeter bolts out to separate the transaxle from the engine. Not a lot of footage of the Fox body, but we're moving forward by getting the harnesses cleaned up the rest of the way and then retaping some of the ones that had deteriorated. Before their exhibition runs, the team enjoyed walking around and looking at all the different vehicles. This is fellow automotive instructor Frank Eberhardt from Spotsylvania Vocational Center with his 70 AMX. Lost it.
Come on, Josh. Come on, Josh.
Ready?
Come on. 10.
Grade 5 is ready. Where's our order, Josh?
10.
American flag blowing in the breeze on a beautiful auction day, and these two pieces of equipment were parked right next to it, which meant I pretty much had to purchase them. This first one is a Rex 7 cement mixer that I'll use with the other ones that I have to make the concrete block that I make at some of the shows. And the little one there in the background is one that I just thought I had to go along with it. This is a corn thresher. I'd never seen one of these in operation until I bought this one and looked up on a video, and they're actually pretty cool. My original plan was to put this one out in front of my barn on 28 so passers-by could enjoy it as a decoration. But now that I've seen them in operation and know that this one's original, I may like to get this one working one day. Next time on Bulldog Builds, hopefully we'll have our Chevy SEMA build body and primer and block down. We'll also wrap up that Suburban project. And hopefully there'll be a little bit more work done on the Fox body project. See you next week.